Hey, this is Ryan Witt, defense attorney here in Western Washington. This is a really important video we wanted to get out because I'm seeing a disturbing trend that's been going on since the Keller decision of last summer. And that is in DUI arrests, more people are refusing when offered the breath sample. Now, I think it's a negative because when a person refuses, it's a special allegation that the prosecutors use. You get more jail time, more fine, more license suspension. And I don't know why this is happening. I think after Keller, the officers are realizing that the breath sample is likely going to be suppressed, so they're not giving people much affirmation of the positives of blowing, and they're not really, they're kind of shrugging their shoulders. Where in the past they would put you in touch with an attorney of your choosing, maybe flip through the yellow pages, or let you talk to a public defender. Any one of those individuals would request or express to you that you should be taking the breath sample for all these reasons I'm going to explain. But they're not doing that as much. And maybe that's why there's more refusals. But the purpose of this video is to tell you two very important reasons why you should be blowing. Number one, you don't want that refusal. It allows, I think, the state to go forward almost unchallenged. There's not much that defense can say about the refusal. You can say, they didn't intend to, but the judges in the courts give the prosecution a tremendous amount of leeway to argue a refusal. And it's devastating to a person's case going forward. As I mentioned earlier, longer license suspensions, more jail time, more fine. It's a quicker and tidier case for the prosecution, and we don't want that. So part of number one here, you want to clearly and unequivocally state that you want to take the breath test. You want to take the breath test, and that needs to be documented. Even if they don't give you the sample, you want it documented. Even if they take you from there to the hospital to give blood, you want it documented because you do not want that refusal. Number two, it comes down to the probability of you keeping your license and not having a suspension come out of the blue. Because if you refuse and then they take you to the hospital to give a sample, or if they just skip the breath test and take you to the hospital to give a blood sample, what happens, or what is supposed to happen, is the sample goes to the crime lab. The crime lab takes 6, 9, maybe 12 months to analyze it. It gets sent back from the crime lab to the trooper or the deputy. Then it goes from there to, in theory, to the DOL. And it's assumed that through all that time, your address is current. Everyone's got a way to get a hold of you. You get notice that then you're supposed to be able to request the hearing for Department of Licensing. And there's just so many things in that process of 12 months that could go wrong. Maybe you changed addresses, or you moved to a different apartment, or you get deployed. Who knows? But out of the blue, these suspensions come up because the person just didn't take the breath test. If you take the breath test, all these timelines are very clear. You request it within 7 days. It's documented. Everything is good. But when it goes towards this blood sample at the hospital, you get into the 6, 9, or 12-month waiting period where the probability of you becoming suspended, and suspended without even knowing it, is much higher. So these are important issues that should be tackled right out of the gate. If you have any questions about this or anything in your DUI case, give us a call right away. 360-792-1000. Thank you.